Right then, evening all.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to our Thursday Night Live. It seems like deja vu because we were doing our members live last night, which was great fun. So I'm sure this is going to be great fun too. So many people in the comments already. So thank you so much for turning up and supporting us as you always do. It's very, very much appreciated. Nix was first here today. So always love to see Nick and Tracy here. Right then, here we go for rain too. Yep. So if you've got a question, please just start it with question. We're here to answer any of your cruise or travel related questions. So don't be shy. Just write them in the comments on the live chat and we will answer them to our best ability.
Most definitely. If your children or grandchildren have got any homework questions, especially mathematic based, we'll give that a whirl.
Anyway,
foreign languages were not quite so good. Let's just ask him for beer. We can do that in so many languages.
We can. But anyway, if you do have any relevant cruise or travel questions or anything you want to ask about us, then please do.
I think learning to ask for beer in multiple languages is very, very important.
Exactly. And thank you. Looks like Nick's been sharing our website and our online shop. So thank you so much for that, Nick. So you can see that in the chat there. So many people saying hello. Nice to see that Barbara's now somewhere sunny, because yesterday when we were chatting, everyone was in the UK was in torrential rain, wasn't it? But it's been actually quite a very pleasant day today, hasn't it? The sun's come out.
It's been lovely.
And it's been nice. And Corin's saying it's also been a lovely day in Surrey. Kevin B hasn't got any calls now in New York, so he's here stuck with us all the whole time. Well, it's great that you can do that because it is tricky with the time difference, isn't it? So thank you very much. And Gillian's had a sunny day as well. So that's great. So I want to say and Kevin's already got there first, to one of our very loyal members and patrons, Claire. We want to wish Claire a very, very happy birthday for today. She was on the Bellinis earlier, so I wonder if she's still awake. And
she's probably stuttered now. So the Queen of Google, yes. Claire, many, many happy returns.
Yeah, and thank you for your support.
And they say life begins at 40, so, it's all good.
So got so many people here. Morris is here, and Travels with Lizzie Lou's here. Ken Goes Cruising's here as well. Just got home from a great day in Bath. Lovely. Ooh. Bath. Gosh, we haven't been
Is your fingers all wrinkly? Oh.
Oh. And then Claire saying, hi, all PNCs, and happy birthday, Claire, too. So let's see if we've got a question. Got so many people saying hello to each other. So that's lovely. So Auntie G is just saying about celebrity edge classes. How to choose your dining room. Do you have any say in that, or are you assigned to a dining room by celebrity? You can choose, can't you, to go to the 4 different, if I remember rightly.
The problem is, I'm going to say is it 3 years since we've done Celebrity Beyond?
It is. Well, it will be coming on. But Des and Michelle, we were chatting in Discord, and Des and Michelle have just come off Celebrity Apex, I believe. One of the Edge class ships. And they found out that what you can do if you don't want to, because one of the things that people don't like about the Edge class ship is it's got 4 little dining rooms rather than one big dining room. But what you can do is you can, if you're allocated to one, or you can pick to go in one on one evening, you can speak to the maitre d' there and ask them if you can stay in there for the duration of your cruise and have the same table. And you can also order things from the different dining venues too. So the best piece of advice we can get to someone that's going on a cruise is, if you've got particular things you want to know about dining, just make sure you go and see the maitre d' early. And if you've got requests, regardless what it is, whether it's special dietary requirements or specific tables or anything that you want, go and make yourself known very early. And once you get known, they will try and all cruise lines that we've known so far will try and accommodate whatever your needs are.
They're usually very accommodating.
Yeah. So that would be my best advice on anything.
So that's excellent advice. What isn't excellent advice is to do nothing, and then when your cruise is over, have a moan about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the masters of your own destiny.
Mostly. Some things aren't always in your control, but
if you don't ask, you definitely don't get. But if you do ask, they might say no, but it's very unlikely. Generally, they're there to please, and they aim to please, and they'll do their utmost to make your cruise as good as it can be.
Exactly that.
And if they don't, just go.
No, they will. So Jay Gates is here saying, hi guys, thank you for your help with my question on TikTok. regarding checking in early. Well,
Yes.
that's Paul's domain,
That's
TikTok.
my domain, and because it's taken so long, I didn't make a big song and dance. We've been on TikTok for 37 years, and we've just hit 1,000 followers.
Yay! So if you're on TikTok, go and find us.
Yeah.
We don't do lots of, well, we do bits and
it's
bobs of
like-
travel. It's more Paul's little space on the
I
internet,
just
isn't it, Paulie? He sits there just scrolling through, and he talks about football and different things, and a bit of travel.
There's a bit of travel stuff. There's a bit of silly stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's all right.
It's all right.
right.
Yeah. So, and Nick's just saying, just because Nick and Tracy for Celebrity Cruises, and they say you can go 2070 MDL that you want to. Claire is here. So, how many Bellinis have you had now? We hope you've had a fab day. So, lots and lots of people here. Alf is here. So, question. Jay's always asking, can you take bottles of spirits on board? Now, cruise lines used to allow some, that was P&O, wasn't it? And Cunard used to allow spirits, but now you need to check with each individual cruise line. Now it's more likely that most will allow you take 1 bottle of wine or bubbles each, but spirits, Cunard have stopped that now, and P&O have stopped that now too.
But some cruises never allow it. So
just go to that specific.
Yes, what cruise line is it? And we might be able to help you. We might not. And just going back to Claire's birthday, Claire shares her birthday with Carole's dear old mum.
Yes, who sadly died 1998. So she would have been 87 today, wouldn't she?
87 today.
But gosh, we worked it out earlier. Was it 26 years ago?
26 years.
Yeah. So, but yes, it's a special day for special people. So let's have a look. What other questions we've got? So many people saying hello. Morris is eyeing up new cruises, just looking at Aurora cruise for July 2026. Yeah, a lot of the itineraries are coming out now, aren't they? So people are even planning 2027 when we were talking about on our members live last night. So it's from Norway, Poland, Germany, and Denmark.
And I have to say, Aurora is a fabulous little ship, isn't it?
Aurora's a great ship.
Yeah, so I definitely go back on that old girl.
And we met Morris, wasn't it? Well, my owner.
On Iona, yeah.
Yes, that was. Gosh, that's a long time ago now. I think was that the first Seacation?
It was
very early, wasn't it? After lockdown.
Days, and I know it was in August because Morris found out if I had the drinks package or not, and when he found out that I did have the drinks package, then he offered to buy me a drink.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He
did.
Still
offered to buy me a drink. He's a lovely man.
He is. So Reese has got some. Not a question, but a helpful fact. Shall I show it? Is it helpful? Even all and wonderful people. No question tonight, but a fun, helpful fact. Port is 4 letters long, so is left, so is even. Hence, even number rules on the left hand or port side. Well, is that right? We'll have to think about all the cabins we've had. But yes, that would make sense, and that would be port is 4 letters long, so is left. Does everyone agree with that?
Pork is 4 letters, but I haven't seen any bacon hanging off any door on this.
Peter's watching from Australia. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth is doing her own thing there at the moment. So doing 40 nights around Australia. See, I'd love to do a circumnavigation of Australia. That means going all the way around. So Mark and Sheila here. We were on Gary's group cruise with Mark and Sheila. Had such fun. Won't be able to say for the whole Q&A is looking after a granddaughter. No maths question yet. She's only 2.
Well, I could probably handle 2-year-old maths questions.
Lovely to see you even for a short time. So Commodore Steve's asking about your T-shirt, Paulie. What's it say? Built in. Do you want to?
Built in the 60s, original and unrestored. Some parts still in working order.
Yeah, just some.
Only some.
So let's have a look. Good evening for a very damp South Wales. Reese is also the drink port is red, and all outside on the port are red and green for starboard. Well, it's getting very, very technical now, isn't it? Rose has asked if we've been on P&O Britannia. I'm about to ask Dan to book a cruise for me. We haven't done Britannia. The ships that we've done in P&O are, we've done Ventura for a very short cruise, a 2-night cruise. We've done Aurora for a 4-night cruise, and we've done Iona twice, no, haven't we, for weeks, 2 7-night cruises.
3 nights on Aurora, wasn't it?
Or was it 3 nights?
And we did at Oceania, the last but one cruise before it got sold off to be made into a Greek ferry.
Yes, that's true. So no, we haven't done Britannia, but we do hear good things.
Yeah.
And it's definitely on our list.
Many moons ago, we were on a cruise in port, and then the ship next to us fired up, boom, and then this party started, and it was spectacular.
Oh, no. We were in Stavanger in Norway, and the ship next to us was Arcadia.
I thought it was Britannia.
I thought it was Arcadia.
Because we said, we're on the wrong ship. We're on the wrong ship, Gromit.
That was early in our cruising days.
I thought it was Britannia.
Was it Britannia? I thought it was Arcadia. But I know why, because
so
that was the days on P&O when you could wave the flags.
Yeah. But if it's Arcadia,
we were on
my story...
ship, and I can't even think what... We were on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Was it Independence of the Seas?
Well, the thing is now, if it wasn't Britannia, this is a completely moot point now. So you completely spoiled my story.
P&O
so I hope you're happy.
Have changed. I'm sure Ken and the guys that have done a lot of Morris, that have done a lot of P&O. That was the days where you had the Union Jack flags, wasn't it? And everyone did it. Well, whatever port you sailed away from, let us know in the comments if
that was
you've
when
been
you were
involved.
allowed to have fun.
Well, you still
before the fun police got involved.
Well,
you can't do that. You'll take somebody's eye out. Who said that?
I don't know.
Admiral Nelson.
Oh, stupid. But anyway, that was in Stavanger. And we thought, we were on the right ship. But actually, we'd had a brilliant cruise with the dads anyway, hadn't we? So let's see. And Claire's just saying, thanks, Paul and Carole. Just the Wumbelina. Any more would have knocked me out. We're glad you've had a great day. So Casey saying, hi, P&C Funny Mate, you're live. Yay. So yes, thank you for coming.
I was disappointed that the Sunshine Band isn't watching that.
Well, Mandy's here. So obviously, Mandy, do you know a good therapist? Because we recently booked a land holiday and then cancelled to book another cruise. Help, we're addicted.
And I got to be honest with you, Mandy, when I saw that your land holiday was in Turkey and then you cancelled it, I thought you'd made a wise move, because I think Turkey is really struggling at the moment. And we spoke to a Greek taxi driver who picked us up from Athens. And I had a bit of a chat to him. And he said that the Prime Minister of Turkey has gone a bit mad. and he's trying to...
We don't know if this is
we don't know if this is true. This is hearsay, allegedly. This is what they say on the BBC News and stuff, allegedly. And apparently he's trying to align himself with Putin rather than with the rest of Europe, even though Turkey is in NATO. And the prices there, and I do know this is true, that the prices are astronomical now. So yes, you're going to go there and get the weather, but it's about £12 for a pint of
sad though, isn't it? Because it was such a great destination. But it's definitely it's not one of our favourite places that we've been to. When we used to do our land-based holiday, we've been to Turkey, we've been to Greece, and we always preferred Greece just because of the amount of aggressive selling that you get in Turkey, and that just used to really drive us quite mad. And when our cruise, when we went to Kusadasi, we had a great day because we did a great tour, didn't we? We went to Ephesus, which was amazing to see. But as soon as we got back into the throng of it, wasn't it? It was just the harassment and the hard sell. And that really, it wouldn't be a choice for us to go to Turkey. But yes, going back to your comment, no, we don't know a therapist, because if we did, we'd go to see them too, because we've got the same addiction as you. So Candyman's just asking about eSIMs. We're heading to the Caribbean soon on P&O Avia. Can you explain what an eSIM offers as a means of communication? And do you have any recommendations? Do you want to talk about eSIM?
An eSIM is an electronic SIM. So it's not even a physical SIM. And you can download it to your phone. And instead of getting charged £3.97 a minute or £4.50 a gigabyte, you can get a deal where you're going to be paying something similar or next to nothing in comparison, but obviously you're paying for the eSIM. I haven't got any recommendations on ones to use, because we keep toying with the idea, But every time when it comes to it, we think, well, we can sort of get by. There is some places in the Caribbean where you're, depending on what carrier you're with, anything that's like French-owned islands in the Caribbean and Dutch-owned islands in the Caribbean, we're with Sky Mobile, and our roaming will work, and we just get charged £2 a day. But if you go to one that isn't Dutch or French, usually it's £7,000 a second.
It can be really expensive.
Yeah.
So it's just an electronic way of being able to have your a regular. You pay. It could be $20 a month. It could be $50 a month, or it could be whatever it is. Because there's so many out there. Because we looked at it for Japan, and in the end, we found that just using in Japan, Wi-Fi was just everywhere. And often now, if we go to a Caribbean island that doesn't adhere to our
isn't on our package,
we tend to just find free Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
So it depends on how urgent and how much you need, isn't it? Whether you need an eSIM and what your phone package already covers.
A lot of airports, when you get to the airport now, there's usually at least 2 or 3 desks set up
that will sell you
an eSIM and explain, and they'll show you how to do it and everything. So I'm assuming that as they're in the airport, they're legit.
Yeah.
But we've never done it.
No. Jeff's here again. Lovely to see Jeff and Bob.
Hello, Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff and Bob, we met on Gary's group cruise, and they're now one of our patrons, and we just laughed so much. It was really great, actually, talking to Jeff and Bob. And Bob, we talked a lot about, because Bob's background was a respiratory therapist. And we were talking about, we both worked through COVID nursing wise. So it was really interesting to hear other people's tales, and particularly hear other people's tales in different countries because they're from America. So it was really, really interesting. But lovely to see you guys here. And like I say, we had such a laugh, didn't we, on Gary's group cruise? It was fabulous.
They were actually quite a bad influence on us, I think, at times.
A bad influence?
Yeah. Especially in the casino.
So Paul's just confirming about Celebrity Apex. You could just go to any of the 4 dining rooms. We booked a time in the app and never had to wait. You can also pick from other menus if you want. Yeah, so that's brilliant. And Paul said they like the 4-room concept on Apex. Everyone's dining delights are different, aren't they? It depends. We thoroughly enjoyed being in a traditional not old because Celebrity Eclipse, but a beautiful big dining room, wasn't it? So it just depends on, everyone's got different preferences, haven't they?
I just personally feel that having the 4 rooms, it takes away a bit from the grandeur of the evening meal, which I think, especially when you're with people, to me, it's like an event. And having the smaller rooms, I mean, there's nothing better than a 2-tiered main dining room. Like a Celebrity Eclipse got one, it's fabulous. Cunard do it really well. You know, Marella do it really well. All, you know, and you can just look up Holland America do, you know. Yeah. And I just think there's something about you go in there and it just immediately makes me feel special. Whereas going in the 4 smaller rooms, it's only all, like you said, it's horses for courses, but that's just my own humble opinion, which, as you know, is worth, what is it to say? That and $5, my opinion, and $5 will get you a cup of coffee.
Kathy's here. Good evening. Simon Lake was just booking a cruise. She's done it. Yeah, she's been saying about booking a cruise. I think she's got a cruise now booked. This chatty Kathy is worse than her. She's now got a cruise booked every month next year except for June. So fair play to you. Kenga Cruising's asking a question. After our cruise on Queen Anne, which is your favourite Cunard ship?
Queen Anne, she's lovely.
Which one's yours? And I'll say mine.
I can't say one because I know Stephen Payne, who designed the Queen Mary 2. I know he's got his reasons and he didn't want the ship to sink. But if that had the Queen's room in the middle, that would be my favourite. And I know it can have, because if it did, it would sink. But there's hardly anything to choose between Victoria and Elizabeth because they're virtually identical. And I love aspects of Queen Mary. So to answer your question, Ken, I'm not going to answer it.
Oh, see, mine is Queen Elizabeth. And the reason I love Queen Elizabeth is I just love the Queen's room that's in the centre of the two-tier. I know Victoria's got it, and I thoroughly enjoyed our time in Victoria. But because that was our first non-QM2 cruise, we did a pre-Christmas cruise. It was a really special cruise. It was just the two of us, and we did a pre-Christmas cruise, which was the first one we'd done. And it was on Queen Elizabeth. And it was the first time we really got to know Cunard, I think, because we'd done little snippets, we'd done short cruises, but we hadn't done like a 10-night cruise. And that still makes me go a little bit goosey, because that was pretty special, because it was just the two of us. And it was just... should
we sing the song? Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. We've got to do the bass bit in a minute. Just the two of us. You and I.
So, yes. Queen Anne is a beautiful ship, and when we went on, we were on the maiden cruise, and there was lots of issues. We hear now there are things that are improved, but there's still some bits bobs going on. But it is a beautiful ship, and I wish it all the best in the future. But for us, the old queens are where you will find us in the future. We won't go on Queen Anne for a long time, will we? Because we just prefer the old queens.
So, Ken, if you've got any more questions, can you WhatsApp them? Because I don't think we're going to have time, to be honest.
So lots of lovely people looking more. So Dillingham, what suitcase would you recommend for a 14-day cruise? Well,
the big ones.
Where our suitcases actually are getting smaller. The more that we travel, they're getting smaller. I've now gone to the sort of medium-sized ones that can't, even if you ram them full, they can't go over 23 kilograms.
Well,
because
she always says that to me, and obviously they can. Because if you put no clothes in there and you just put bricks, I'm confident it'll be over 23 kilos. But it's harder. It's harder to overpack.
Yes, it's harder to overpack. But we wouldn't carry bricks, would we, or anything stupidly heavy like that. In our normal clothes and toiletries, things that we normally take, then it gets in that easy.
But sometimes I like to knock up like a bit of an archway out on the balcony.
Anyway, so... and the reason we're doing that is we're tending to do more laundry on board. So we tend to look at the laundry packages that go in and just get laundry done. And it just say last time we came home from the cruise, it was mostly clean clothes because we, and that was just so nice. So I just hung it all up when we got back and just did we had 2 loads of washing instead of like 5 or 6.
Right result, we came in with 2 suitcases full of clean clothes and it cost us $5,000.
No, it didn't. So whatever... I think it's always harder when you're going on a cruise line that's a little bit more formal. So if you do take your tuxedo and your things and you want to, it depends on, are you someone that needs to wear something very, flamboyant every night? Or are you someone that just, likes to go smart? No, but you know what I mean? Not
like 1970s Elton John?
No, not like that. But some people really like to go for it. There's some ladies that will take 14 pairs of shoes. There's some people, I'm not like that, am I? But it depends on your taste. So, but just be aware that you can get laundry done. So don't panic if you don't think you've taken enough. So that's it. Right. Susan Downey said, my husband is really interested in cruising on a British line. I generally open so we might see the rest of that question.
Any recommendations?
So, we've just mentioned Cunard. If you love dressing up and you want a British experience, then Cunard is great. P&O are good too, and on a budget. If your budget is tight, P&O have some fantastic offers. Cunard, don't mind saying that. I've got some fantastic offers
some good deals on Cunard. So,
and Fred Olsen.
And that's a fabulous cruising experience going on Cunard.
It is, yeah. So there are.
But what I will say is.
Saga.
You'll get a different cruising experience going out of, so like Princess ships going out of the UK isn't the same experience as a Princess ship going out of, say, New York or Barcelona, because they tend to sort of cater it a little bit to where it's going from and who's going to be on there. So don't think that you've got to go on P&O or Cunard or Saga or Fred Olsen, because you'll still get a British experience on American cruise lines, even though we say that Carnival own everything. Carnival own Cunard, P&O, Holland America, Princess. They own loads of them anyway, so none of them's really a British cruise line anymore, apart from Saga, and that's it.
Fred Olsen's origins are from
Norwegian,
Norway.
yeah. So
so
the only genuinely, and somebody will probably tell me now that Saga's owned by, I don't know, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Claire said, did you enjoy your weekend in Woolcombe? Yes, I've been away for a weekend with the girls. It was great fun. Woolcombe's beautiful. We had dry weather. It was very windy and cold. But we had the beach there is absolutely beautiful. We found some great drinking holes, and we stayed in a Airbnb that slept 12. So it was just great fun being away with the girlies. And Paul had a nice quiet weekend,
It was a fabulous time. I'm trying to get Carole to do that sort of thing. I'm not, I don't want to push her out, but maybe every weekend.
Paul stayed at home eating his pie and watching horror films, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So,
let's
have a look.
But I locked all the doors first.
Paul's saying we're on cabin 8125 this year, and it was portside. So on Celebrity, that doesn't work.
Yeah. That's blown it for you, hasn't it, Reese? Come on.
Jay said red port is left in the bottle. And someone said Commodore Steve saying Britannia's the best P&O ship.
Well, we don't know.
So but we do need to get on there. Yeah. And Gillian said they sailed around Australia to those Neon Sun Princess. Would love to do it again. Definitely recommend. Yeah, we would love to do it. So, and Jerry saying they really enjoy Britannia too. So lots of and Rose and Claire, Britannia's Loving Shipbuilding twice so far. Another book too. Ooh. So Craig's here saying, have you ever been out and about on a cruise and seen other cruises wearing any P&C merch or stickers on their luggage and gone up to surprise them?
No. We've seen people wearing our merch, but we haven't gone up to surprise them because they've usually found us first. Yeah,
they come and say, look, and they've we've had some couple come to us on Aurora, wasn't it, Davina?
And on Gary's group cruise.
Yes. And Carrie and Mike, but it was weird because we were sat in the dining room and we'd already seen, obviously, Carrie and Mike, and Mike had one of our T-shirts on. And then we were having dinner and we could just see right then, just in our eyeline. It's like, this is weird, but it's so lovely. It's so lovely that people support us that way. Yeah. So thank you so much. So for those of you who don't know, we've got a little shop with all our merchandise in. We've got little Paulie Pandas and we're getting all our merchandise ready for our group cruise. So do go and check our shop out. And if you're looking for little gifts or for Christmas presents, then look no further. Yes, we're just planning our group cruise for May, which we're really excited about, and looking at quizzes and all the different merch that we're going to be giving away. So that's all going on in the background too. So Alfie's here. So let's see, Alfie, enjoy Britannia, back on her next year. Yeah, she's a really popular ship, isn't she? And that's Susie just answered that same.
Yes.
Nick's saying 7 to 10 night Twixmas cruise. What can you recommend? So just before Christmas, lots of river cruises going on. If you have not tried a river cruise, there's also some great itineraries. I know, like we mentioned Cunard before. We thoroughly enjoyed that. And that Cunard ships before Christmas are beautiful. So there's lots of options there. I know Anne, one of our patrons, was looking for some last minute deals literally to go, and a lot of the Cunard was sold out, wasn't it, actually?
Yes, actually. Who was
it was Anne.
Oh, Anne, yeah.
Yeah.
The next one down.
Oh, Anne was saying Britannia were waving flags in the Caribbean when we were there in March as we left. Oh, really? Because we haven't done that on any P&O ship, have we?
No.
So maybe it's just on the Britannia then. Is that all you guys that have been on Britannia? Is that what they do?
Is that their thing?
And Casey's just saying, hi, Rose. We sailed Britannia Repositioning Cruise to the Caribbean last year. It was fab. We can highly recommend the ship and the cruise. And that's another tip. If you are looking for a cruise and you want to save some money, repositioning cruises are really a good starting point. Go to our website. We've got lots of information on our website about repositioning cruises and different cruises. But if you're starting, what a repositioning cruise, for those that you don't know, is you start on one, say you start in Athens and you finish in Florida. So you may need obviously flights both ways, or flight if one's going from Southampton and finishing in Gibraltar.
But the reason it's a repositioning cruise, sorry to interrupt you, my sweet, is because when a cruise ship finishes its season in a particular country, it will then move to another country to do a season there. And to get to that other country, rather than just sail there empty, you can get a repositioning cruise. But because it's just going, like you said, it might not be port heavy and you start in one place and finish in another, which is quite unusual, but you do generally get a bargain. And
this time of the year, there's a lot that are traveling from colder places down to the Caribbean, obviously for the winter season. So yes. And other people are mentioning Saga. So Stefan Hacker's just saying agreed with her this summer, talking about Turkey. Loved Ephesus though. Yeah, we were really glad that we went because it was really interesting, wasn't it?
Did you know Ephesus used to be in Greece?
It did.
But now it's in Turkey.
Well, make sure you watch our current series out at the moment. I'll put a little banner up here. We've started our Holland and America. I always say Holland and America. It's not Holland and America. It's Holland America. So why can't I say that?
Everybody knows that, apart from you.
So we had a fantastic week on Oosterdam, where we...
Oosterdam.
Oh, I haven't taken...
Don't worry about it. Why haven't you taken off?
Stefan's
thing. So
yes.
Okay.
So we had a fantastic week, and our first episode is out. So that went out Friday. Our episode 2 is out tomorrow. So make sure you have a look at that. And that's when we go to at the end of our cruise, we go to Ephesus, don't we?
And we will be putting a little video out about the hotel that we stayed in Rome. And that's the left-hand picture of me and my lovely wife. That's on the rooftop bar and restaurant at the hotel we stayed at, which was fairly sensibly priced, actually.
Not too bad.
And over just to the left of Carole's head, that's the Vatican.
It is over there.
So if you want a hotel with a view, it won't come much better than that, and that will be coming to you in the very near future.
Well, I'm way behind.
In the next 2 months.
No, I'm after this live, I'm going to be another late nighter, getting some editing done. But I'm hoping to get that out next week. But don't hold your breath.
But keep your eye out for it,
keep your eye out.
It is a fabulous little hotel to stay in if you're in Rome, and
yes.
Rome is a fabulous place to go to as well. And if you shop around, it's not as expensive as you might think.
Yes, exactly that.
We found some very, very nice eateries at very sensible prices.
Yeah, we did.
And we found some very nice eateries at extortionately high prices.
Yes. Jay Gates is asking about, do cruise ships do fireworks? They don't do fireworks from the ship, but like when we sailed out of Southampton and they have firework displays, there'll be firework displays within the ports that you visit, but they won't actually fire them off the ship, because fire on a cruise ship is your worst nightmare.
Yeah. But you won't, I don't want to disappoint you, Jay, but they did a spectacular firework display when on Queen Anne Maiden, but that was only because it was the Maiden.
Yeah.
So if it's a ship's maiden voyage, there's a possibility. But generally, it's a no. Yeah,
or if they're visiting a new port, or if you love fireworks and you love cruising, and this is something what I want to do, is you need to go to Madeira on a cruise ship and stay there for New Year, because apparently that's one of the most spectacular sites, because they get a lot of cruise ships docking there, and they do the most spectacular firework display.
Which I didn't know that one. So it's every day's a school day.
It is every day's a school day. Yeah, Nick and Tracy bringing up a valid point about eSIMs. Not all phones accept eSIMs. I think the newer ones do, don't they? So if you've got an older phone, that might not be the case. Ken's just saying about Britannia. So thanks for that, Ken. We sailed on Britannia 3 times. She's fine. We miss having a real prom deck, though. Just be careful what time you book, as she can be full of in school holidays. Yeah, so if you don't want to do it with the families, then pick times outside. And Paul's just reiterating about the eSIM. So thanks for that, guys. That's very helpful. Yeah, the midway range often not. So excellent. So let's have a look. So Laura's here. So love to see Laura late to the live, but have a good evening all. Cheers. Let's have a look. What other questions have we got? So Julie said, we've just got off the Apex, enjoyed the ship, but really missed a balcony. We had a panorama ocean view. We love Silhouette. Do you prefer the Solstice or Ed class now? They both offer different things, don't they?
they're so different.
Yeah.
You know, and they're genuinely just so different. Is a proper apples and oranges type scenario. We really like both of them. The only thing we didn't like with the what's the Beyond, what class is that? Edge is the silly bloody balcony cabin thing.
Well, yeah, but that's a balcony. That's the cabin choice. We chose the wrong cabin for us.
But we love the ship.
We did.
We love the ship. We had the spectacular entertainment, as good as anything I've seen. The ship is lovely. The outside spaces are fabulous.
Yeah.
It's just that stupid cabin that, unfortunately, apparently all the Edge class ships have got, which is the infinite
balcony.
You haven't got a balcony cabin.
Anyway, because Paul will go on for a rant. I think if you want a more traditional ship and you want like a promenade, a more sort of traditional layout of a ship, I think Solstice class is you. Celebrity Edge is, I love the Edge class ship. If I had to toss a coin, well, not toss a coin, if I had to choose to go on a celebrity ship next, I think I would be edging towards the Edge class, just because edging towards the Edge class, just because of the wow factor. I think they're obviously new. I obviously wouldn't pick an infinite balcony. I'd quite happily go in inside, I think, on the Edge class. I just think it had that wow factor. Now, the Celebrity Eclipse, which is the Solstice class, beautiful ship. A little bit tired, but it is going for a refurb next May. But it has got a lovely layout. And if you love ships that have the soul of the ship being the atrium, then a Solstice class ship you would like that, because some people like a really lively, loud atrium. Then those class of ships have got it. What I liked about the Edge class was just the variety of entertainment they had and the different entertainment venues, because they not only had that magnificent theatre, they had I can't think of the name.
They got spectacular theatre. They got Eden, where they do interactive entertainment, where you can literally. Yeah. We went to one show. I was sat at the bar because it was busy, and that was the only seats left. I sat at the bar, and then a man came and sat next to me and was like, "All right, mate, yeah, not so bad." And then I turned around and he was in the show.
Yes.
So and there's another area which, again, I can't think of the name of, and they have like Deal or No Deal and stuff like that, and some Q&As in there. But in the evenings, they also have shows in there, and it's the only cruise line I've been on, where they've got a theatre team, and then they've got another completely separate entertainment team, which does Eden and the place that we can't think of, where they do the interactive stuff. Yeah. And they're completely separate, and they're both absolutely bonkersly good. They are. But Solstice class are beautiful traditional ships with part of a promenade, some nice outside spaces. So I think Celebrity have done it really well, actually, because they've got 3 distinctive class of ships, haven't they? They've got obviously the Millennia. I thought that was a rhetorical question, because I don't know. Yeah, they have. They've got they've got Millennium, so the older, smaller ships. Then they've got the Solstice class. Then they've got Edge class. It'll be really interesting to see how they progress in the future, because I think what they offer is very, very good. Mike is just asking, doing our first MS cruise on Sunday after only doing a P&O and Cunard, should we be worried or excited? Are you in Yacht Club? We're not big MSC fans because of the experience we've had. Mike, you really should have asked this question to somebody else, because we are not MSC fans in the least. And I have to say, out of those 3, I mean, they're good value for money without a shadow of a doubt. And I know that since we've been on, I've spoken to a lot of people, and they said the entertainment is a lot better than it used to be. But it used to be absolutely abysmal. So the only way was up. Yeah, I think there have been improvements. It depends on the ship you're going on. And I do know the cruise director on Virtuoso as well. He's a good friend of ours. He's lovely, yeah. But it just gets so busy for us. Yeah. It gets crazy busy, particularly Virtuoso. Yeah. I think if I was going to go on another MSC ship, I would like to do Yacht Club, because I think to have that escape from the busyness would be great. But then we've had friends that have gone on MSC Europa and they rave about it. So it depends. I hope you have a brilliant time. It's just a question. I really hope you do. And I want you to tell us, and I want you to go, Paulie Morgan, you're talking out your... Exactly. Alf is on Queen Anne in 10 days. I hope you have a very good time. It is a beautiful ship. Make sure you get tickets to the Bright Lights Theatre. Bright Lights Society, yes. Yeah, it's fabulous. It is. Kevin Bean said the old Queen's like Aunt John and Mr. Humphreys. Yes.
So Travel Life with Lucy said, just come with Queen Anne was my first cruise on Cunard. Do you recommend a particular queen to try next? Not necessarily your favourite one. Well, you've only got really quick. Obviously, you've got Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria, which are very similar, or you've got Queen Mary too. So it depends what itinerary you're going to do and what you want to do, isn't it? Would be my...
Yes. But what I will say is none of them are a bad choice.
No, they're not. So Life at a Park saying, hi, Paul and Carole. So I'm just calling to bed for an hour. See, power naps. I'm getting good at power naps, aren't I, Paulie?
She's getting mighty powerful at power naps.
So Nick saying, as you mentioned, tuxedo, we'll have to dust mine down for the Patreon cruise. No, our Patreon cruise in 2026 on Queen Victoria, and we're so looking forward to it. And with Cunard, even though it is, a lot of people make the effort to dress up, if you haven't got a tuxedo, you'll be just as well and won't look out of place if you've had just a dress jacket on and a tie.
We won't obviously speak to you, Nick, if you haven't got a tuxedo, but a lot of people might, but we definitely won't.
You always take your tuxedo on Cunard because lots of people do.
And I love putting my tux on Cunard because so many people make the effort, and I would say, yes, bring it. Because if you've got one, and I know, you're a good-looking man like I am, Nick, and you're going to look fabulous.
So, but for those that don't have
why was you laughing?
For those that don't have a tuxedo, do not feel pressurized in buying, going out and buying all this expensive stuff. And ladies, don't feel if you've got a nice black dress and you can accessorize, you don't have to spend a fortune on things. So don't be pressured into, getting stuff that you don't need. Darren's asked about insurance. Do you buy it per trip or annual? We've got an annual policy we've had for years with our Barclays Bank, which is excellent value, and we're reluctant to go away from it because we haven't seen as good a deal anywhere else. But it covers all the things we want to do, apart from missed ports, which is... Claire's just saying, with Princess at Southampton, you get English style bacon and American style bacon, which is bonus. Yeah.
But there's the little nuances. Whereas if you did that if you did a princess ship from America, you're less likely to get British bacon. Whereas, there's little differences. Yeah.
That's good. Travel Life with Lucy just said Ambassador, a fantastic British cruise line. Do you know we keep forgetting about Ambassador because we haven't done them yet, and we're looking at an itinerary next year that goes from Bristol because we definitely want to try them, don't we? And Bristol's not, Bristol is not far from us, so hopefully going to be able to do that. Grant's here, so obviously Grant, hello from the States. I love watching you two every week. I need my weekly laugh session. Thanks for everything you do.
No problem. It's our
pleasure. Thank you for joining us and supporting us. Grant Taylor said, come on Britannia in June to then to the fjords. That's where we're off. We haven't got lots planned, have we?
Well, I think we got a little bit just before June 2025.
Oh yes, we've got a group cruise.
I love it. I can see the cogs going around. What's she on about? Oh yes. And we'll probably need like a month in a darkened room after that.
Yes, probably. So Corinne's saying, I have your sticker on my travel bag and it was recognized in the airport in Tokyo. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's cool. So, Ken's thrown something in the mix here. Look, Saga's owned by Novantique, which is a Russian-owned software design company. Really?
We say niet to that.
So let's see. Grant saying as well, 54 days to leave London and 58 days until I'm on the QM2 for my yearly crossing. Ooh, nice. If you are going to do a transatlantic, the Queen Mary 2 is a absolutely fantastic way to do it. Mark's just asking, after watching your videos, we finally went on our first cruise, which was Queen Anne. Thought it was great. I wonder, would we find the other queens dated in comparison? Yeah, you will. Possibly, because they are older and traditional.
But that's what we love about
them, yeah. Sorry, repeating what everything
that's what we love about it.
So if that's been your own experience with Cunard, you'll see elements of Queen Anne when you go on the older queens, but they are far more.
So I'd be fascinated now
to see what you think.
To see what you think.
Yeah, so do it and let us know.
You've done it the other way around. Whereas I bet you the majority of the people that have been on Queen Anne have gone on one of the other queens first. So it would be really interesting. So do let us know what you think when you've done Queen Anne and then done a different queen.
Yes.
I'd be fascinated.
Yes, definitely. And you said they waved flags on Iona early this year. We have waved flags somewhere. Oh, that was the Queen. That was Princess.
Well, it was the Queen's Jubilee, mate. So yeah.
I was thinking I can remember a picture with us with flags. David McGee's here. It's nice to see you. Going on repositioning on Marella Discovery.
I thought you
Lovely.
said Debbie McGee.
Debbie McGee.
I had to look round quick.
Morrison, only 40 thumbs up at the moment. Is that all? I can't
disgraceful.
see because we haven't got we were on obviously StreamYard. So yes, if you enjoy our live streams, please give us a thumbs up. And also, if you enjoyed our live stream during it and you commented, make sure you put a comment after too, because that's always lovely. Right. Let's say
and if you don't enjoy our live streams, watch them anyway.
And if you do miss our live streams and you are catching up, thank you so much, because lots of people catch up. Thousands of people catch up afterwards, don't they? Which is great. So they're always available on our YouTube channel. So make sure you do that. What we're talking about, I want to just for those that you don't know, on our website we do a monthly newsletter. So I just wanted to remind people that if you haven't signed up for it, I'm sure I'd seen then make sure you go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, where we share obviously our latest news and stuff. What are you doing?
I'm just seeing what's going on with these thumbs up. I think it's very disappointing.
You can't see it on there, can you? But anyway.
No, I can't, because I don't know how it works.
But anyway, so do sign up for our newsletter. That would be grand. So where were we? So let's have a look. They're talking to each other, talking about the group cruise. Where are we? Yeah, KC's we're saying about New Year's in Finchel on Marella is fabulous. So yes, I'd like to do that. Life in the Park saying it's shame that Disney do have fireworks on their ships on pirate nights, but sadly not in Europe. Oh, we've never done a Disney cruise and we're not likely to, are we?
I mean, it's only because I think they're just extremely bad value for money. If there was one that was a good price, I'm not anti doing a Disney cruise by any stretch of the imagination. In
fact, we love Disney, don't we? We've been to Disney World a few times.
I'm anti paying an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it's just the
which
crazy
if I
prices.
did do an arm and a leg, it'd be ideal for pirate night. So I could have a hook and a wooden stomach.
Exactly. Eva is asking, I saw a documentary on Icon of the Seas. Do you fancy going on a mega ship like that?
Yes, we do.
We've been
like symmetry then.
The reason we haven't totally booked up next year and the year after is we're looking, there's a few cruise lines that we really are intrigued by. There's obviously the Royal Caribbean mega ships. Silver Seas on our list, isn't it? And Norwegian Cruise Line. Well, there's quite a few on our list in there. Hurtigruten. There's quite a few. Paul doesn't want to go on Hurtigruten.
So she tried to slip Hurtigruten in without me knowing.
I really want to try it, and he won't. See, he didn't want to go on Royal Clipper, and Dan and I it took 3 months to talk Paul into Royal Clipper, and you had the most amazing time.
Did I?
Well, that's the next vlog series.
That's the next vlog series, and you'll find out if I had a good time. I can assure you I didn't. No. But I'm a fabulous actor.
Oh. So, Keith just mentioned stuff about eSIMs where they make changing your phone more complicated. I'm told to register to one phone, so they have to be deregistered. Don't know. So it might be a bit of faff. Yeah. Paul's saying that we booked New York, Cunard, after watching your vlog. Watch them again now, getting ready for it. Yes, that's very kind of you to watch our vlogs again. But that was a great trip, wasn't it?
It is.
We'd had such a great week in New York, catching up with Kevin B and spending time with my sister. And that was just the perfect way to sail home. We got home so chilled, didn't we? It was absolutely amazing. So thanks for rewatching our vlogs. That's awesome. So Gary's here. So lots of people still joining. Helen's asked about vegan options on Club Orange in Coningsdam. If you go to our Coningsdam, you'll see the menus that we ate off.
Yeah.
I'm put that up.
We try to make a habit of always showing you the menus.
Yes. So go to our Coningsdam Alaska cruise vlogs and just find when we're actually in Club Orange and we go through the menu and it shows you exactly. However,
in Club Orange, they will virtually make you anything your heart's desired. So again, like Carole said earlier about any dining type scenarios, make yourself known to the maitre d' of the restaurant, or if it's Club Orange, the maitre d' there, as soon as humanly possible in your cruise.
Yeah.
And they will sort you out.
They will. They will. You'll be well looked after.
Yeah.
Club Orange was amazing. We absolutely loved
fabulous,
it, didn't we? I wish we could afford the suite life all the time, because it does add that extra. Well, it was just special, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was just
no,
very
it was.
special. Lynn says, love to see Lynn. I'm on Virtual Sunday too. Not my choice. Going with my gospel choir as a group with other choirs. Oh wow! Oh, that'd be fun though. I'm sure. So Don's here from Rhode Island. So thank you for joining. Enjoyed your last half video. So thank you very much.
Cheers, Don.
And Gary's just asking, hello, have you ever done a transatlantic cruise booked with P&O Arcadia 2026 30 days round trip? As we just previously mentioned, we have. We've only done it once on Queen Mary 2, but we'd happily do another transatlantic. We loved all the days at sea, and we didn't think we would, but we really did, didn't we?
No, it was. It's just apart from losing the hour every day, but then you don't get a jet lag, so it's good.
Yes, but it's only 5 hours over the week. Yeah.
So Nick knows that.
Nick knows. I do like to look smart and good like Paulie Morgan. So Mark H has just said, just book pre-Christmas cruise on own as a surprise for wife's 50th birthday. Guess it's not a surprise anymore. No, but I'm sure you'll have a fabulous time. Corinne said she had English bacon on Celebrity Millennium out of Tokyo. Oh.
I must admit, Celebrity on Eclipse, which obviously was out of America and Canada, they had an English section in the buffet.
Yes.
Where you could get proper English bacon, black pudding,
fried bread,
which was it was fabulous. One of the best fried breads.
Well, actually, just reading that, going down the comments, Jeff's just saying Bob's going through withdrawals from the fried bread from breakfast because it was, and I'm not a big fried bread. I just find it just too oily and fatty. And Paul loves it, and you can feel your arteries furring up as you're eating it.
I didn't think it was oily and greasy at all.
But I had some on Eclipse, and it was spectacular. So, so they had a good selection, didn't they? So it was great.
But you won't always find that on ships that go from other countries outside the UK. It's
always the luck of the draw, isn't it? Yeah. But we're happy. We like to try different things. I'm very adventurous when it comes to different foods. Paul's a bit of a, particular breakfast, you're a bit of a stickler in the mud, aren't you? You're a bit of a
what in the mud?
A stickler in the mud.
Is that a stick in the mud?
Yes, that's
going for? A stickler in the mud.
Well, you are. You like Paul's quite a creature of habit, aren't you? Well, you are.
Well, I'm a creature.
Well, and Kevin B said, take this as you will, but I'm a queen virgin. Yes. But not for
much longer, I hope. What I will say, I am adventurous in what I eat. And when we did the Holland America cruise, I made a conscious effort when we went to the main dining room that I would always we go to the main dining room and it's going to be beef or steak or beefsteak or prawns, and I always have the same things. And I made a conscious effort when we were on Hal to try something different. And I tried lots of different stuff that I would never, ever try. And I think that's what's brilliant about a cruise, is you can go to the main dining room and you can try something that's right outside your comfort zone. And if you don't like it, you speak to your waiter and say, I'm ever sorry, mate, but that really didn't do it for me. And they will bring you something else. And it's not a problem. So
but you can't keep asking and asking. You can't. For some cruise line, if you have more than two mains,
you can't do it 17 times a night. But it's the perfect opportunity if you think to yourself, well, I've never tried that.
Yes, true.
And you try it and you think, oh, wow, that was
fabulous. If it isn't to your taste,
it might be terrible.
Yeah, and if it's not to your taste, you can always go to the buffet afterwards. Have your starch and your pudding.
I want all of you, the next cruise you go on, you all got to give Paulie Morgan a promise that on the next cruise you go on, at least one evening, you try something that you wouldn't normally try. That's a little bit outside your comfort zone, and let me know how you get on. And you can blame me.
Grant's saying that for anything she went QO, never gone out, I'll stay on the old Queens. Yeah, she's getting mixed reviews, but lots of people love her, and which is great, because we really like Cunard as a company, and
as
we're
a
really
product we do, and we want
as
them
a
to do
success.
Well. Yeah.
But it just for us, for that particular cruise, it just there was so many things that didn't work. but they'll get there.
But I think from our point of view, is why it sort of got our backs up a bit is because it was the maiden, we paid top dollar, and we didn't get top service. We got very average service. We got some food that was uneatable. Some of the entertainment, well, I didn't enjoy the theatre show at all. You did. There was some good entertainment as well. But
go on about it forever.
I would go back on if it was a lot more sensible on the money.
Well, it's not that bad, Paulie. There's real big bargains.
Well, let's sort it out then.
No, because I'd rather go on the old Queens.
No. But what I'm saying is I wouldn't not ever go on there
No,
again.
exactly. Cunard are a great project, aren't they? I think they're a great cruise line. But just Queen Anne's just a bit different. So Andy and Christine are doing a reposition on Arvia, March 25, Barbados back to Southampton. Yeah, see, that's nice. Go fly over to the Caribbean, have a lovely time in the sunshine, and then come back to the. So that'd be very, very nice. So Live Work retires. Hello from sunny and chilly DC. Happy to see you on my lunch break. Well, thank you so much for being here. And Mark said we truly enjoy you both. Oh, thank you so much. So let's have a look. Have we got any other questions here before we're getting up to the hour? Lots of people doing transatlantics. So that's nice.
He decided to show his face, hasn't he?
Who?
This bloke here. What sort of time?
Dan the Cruiser.
What sort of time is that?
Better late than ever. My bad. Yeah, what time?
I'll tell you
5 minutes to go.
Tell you what, you better
4.5.
You better have a note from your dad for being this late. I'll tell you.
For those of you who don't know, this is our travel agent, Dan, who's fab. So if you want details of a fantastic travel agent, just send us a message and we'll send him.
And believe me, he's not as late as this getting quotes back to you. He'd be all over that. But he's a very naughty boy. Have you sorted out them only fours and horse tickets for me yet, Dan? Did you forget? Come on.
Yeah, we want to go to see. Paul's got excited because we wanted to always go and see Only Fools and Horses stage show, but at the moment, Vinnie Jones is in it as well, isn't he? As well as Paul Whitehouse.
I want to go and see it because I'm a massive Paul Whitehouse fan. I've been for years and years and years, and he's a Spurs fan like me, so he's bound to be a good bloke. And I would be a bit gutted if I booked the tickets and then I got there and it was like, oh, is Joe Bloggs playing Grandad? Because that's the part that Paul Whitehouse is playing. Like many years ago, I'm going to do a tangent now. Carol went to see, I believe, The Wedding Singer.
Yes.
And it was Robbie Williams' bestie, Jonathan Wilkes.
Yes.
And they're sat in the Everyman, and Carol's so excited because she's a massive Jonathan Wilkes fan. If you don't know who that is, when Robbie Williams did his Swing album, Jonathan Wilkes did a lot of the songs with him. He's a top bloke. So we met him years later.
Yeah, we did.
And as Carol was sat there, and just the curtain's just about to open, he's like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, Jonathan Wilkes won't be performing tonight. Instead, it's Bill Nobody Knows.
It was still fantastic, but I was gutted.
And there was a groan that went all the way around the Everyman Theatre. But this run, to get back to the point I started on, this run that they're doing with Vinnie Jones in, they're implying that they're both going to be in it for this run.
So we'll see.
But, I'm sure Dan sorted it out now.
So let's. So Clinton's here. Join later. We'll watch the replay. Get ready for snow here in Saskatchewan, Canada. Love Canada. I love that word, Saskatchewan. Have we gone on Amma Waterways? Yes, we have. We did a Mekong River cruise on Amma Waterways, and it was magnificent. So go and check out those videos. If anyone wants to go on a very different river cruise experience, because you've done Europe, then we could definitely recommend the Mekong. It was probably one of the most emotionally.
It had it all.
It had it all. We
and
learned so much. It was amazing.
Yes, it is. It's just, it was such an eye-opener. But itinerary was fabulous. Food was fabulous. Service was fabulous. There was nothing to fault. It was just an all-round amazing experience. Yeah, totally. Elaine's here on the phone, so better late than never. Lots of tardy people. No, I don't know. You're even worse than Dan. You weren't talking to Dan, were you? Is that why you were late? So Molly's saying that they've just booked Arcade for New Year. Can't wait for fireworks in Amsterdam. Yeah, so I guess wherever you go on a New Year. We know nothing about fireworks. Like we said, no, you won't get no fireworks, mate. And everyone's coming on. Yeah, fireworks. We'll tell you some fireworks for you. The question I thought was, do you get fireworks on the show? Oh, there's fireworks. You want the fireworks you got them?
So Mandy's asking, we have booked a grand suite on Marella Discovery 2 for Greece in April. Does anyone know she'll have had a refurb by then? She's in for refurb this November, so next month. And they are doing cabin refurbs, but I'm not sure if it's all the cabins, Mandy. So it'll be interesting. I think Johnny and Will are going on. So I'm looking forward to watching their vlog series. I'm sure they're going on Discovery 2. I might have this wrong, but I'm sure they are.
Don't look at me, man. I don't know.
No.
I don't even know the cruises.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what changes they do make.
Yes.
So Will from the Shire's late as well. I don't know, but thank you so much. I don't know. So Gillian said on last.
I'm not upset. I'm disappointed.
No, not. It doesn't matter if you dip in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's just lovely to have you here. On our last Saga cruise, over 500 newbies. I mentioned this to a lady at Saga. She said a lot coming from P&O. We hear a lot of negativity about P&O. I think P&O have changed a lot over the years, and there's been lots of negative things that have happened, and they are concentrating on families, I think, and not really thinking about their loyal following.
Yes, it appears that loyalty is not high on their agenda.
No.
And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to attract new cruisers that have never done a cruise before. So that's why they're a new cruiser. So when they get on some of the P&O ships and they've stripped away so much of the stuff they used to give you for nothing, anybody who's not done a cruise before would think, oh, well, this is all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you haven't done a cruise before, because it's all about perspective. But you talk to people that cruised 20 years ago, and then they say, oh, my God, 20 years ago, there would be like somebody putting grapes in your mouth as you're walking down the corridor, and, and there's wine towers. Obviously, I'm making all this up. But they used to be a lot more fabulous.
They used to have cake trolleys on the promenade. I remember Ken and Lindsay saying about that.
Cake trolleys on the promenade, all this sort of stuff, which you no longer get. But unfortunately, that's now the world we live in, where prices are going up, and what you're getting for those prices is coming down. Yeah. But for somebody,
so if you're new for cruising, it's great. But if you're seasoned cruisers like us, and those particularly that have been cruising with P&O for a long time, they, you notice it. Yeah. So you're looking elsewhere for the same value for money.
And to be honest, going from P&O to Saga is like going from a Lada car to a Rolls Royce.
But price-wise, Saga, there's no way that would be on a level. So you get what you pay for.
And anybody who's not from England or don't know anything about cars, Lada cars were rubbish.
Well, anyway,
they were from the
but
Eastern
P&O's
Bloc,
not rubbish.
No, not at all.
P&O is a good cruise line. I mean, it's just different now.
You're properly going from one extreme to the other, saying P&O to Saga, because there's such a gap between them. But there will also be a massive gap in price.
Exactly. Grant's just saying, my princess got back from Prince Cruise from Vancouver to Alaska and back. She was fuming, devastated. They ran out of English breakfast tea. Oh, I would be too. I do like our tea.
Yeah. It wasn't them funny Americans threw all in the harbour again, was it?
Alfie said, my cruise buddy decided to try different meals on Alaska. Was surprised at things that she wouldn't have tried before. So worth experimenting. It is.
I do. You mark my words now, everybody on here, and I give you my pledge, dib, or whatever you have to do. I was never a Boy Scout. Every cruise I go in, I'm going to go on now, going forward, I will practice what I preach, and I will try something that's outside my comfort zone once every cruise.
Ooh, I'll hold you to that. Kelly's here saying hello from Canada, friends of Cruising Canucks. Oh, we love Jill and Jerry. Love your fun vlogs. Great, honest info. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, and Andy and Carla are saying, you're on. I'm going to try something in my comfort zone. If there is something on the menu I'm familiar, I'm likely to try it. Brilliant.
Good. I know. I think I'm not going to say you'll thank me later because you probably won't, but I just think it's something nice. They say you should, every day do something that scares you. Well, I'm not going as far as that. Just every cruise, try something that you wouldn't try.
Yeah. We've always said that about cruising, haven't we?
If you're going to specialty dining, don't be paying 50, 60, 100 quid. Some of the prices now are scandalous, 150, whatever, some of these places. You don't want to be going there and trying something that I'm not sure about. When you go there,
but
you want what you want.
In the price.
But when you go into the main dining room and it's all included in your cruise fare, that's the opportunity to try something that you normally wouldn't try, in my humble opinion.
Tess has brought up a very interesting point. Going on Sky Princess 2 weeks, this will be our third time on air. Just wondering if you've heard anything about the rumour they're changing Take 5 into the casino. We have not heard that, and I will be asking Dan if he's heard anything from that. Not heard anything like that. That'll be
be a bit inconvenient for our meetups, huh?
Well, I think we're
well. All right, but I got a question for Paul and Carole. Ding, 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 ding. Burp, burp, burp.
I don't think the Take 5 is big enough. We're going elsewhere, aren't we?
Well, maybe. Where is the casino on Sky Princess?
I can't remember without getting the deck.
No, I can't remember.
Lots of people. Oh, Lewis is here. So obviously, Lewis, 8 weeks until Queen Anne Christmas markets. Atlantic round trip for 2026. Andy, Sue, and Lewis, because we met Andy, Sue, and Lewis on the QM2 Transatlantic.
We did.
So let's have a look. We're running out of. We've gone over, haven't we? So Julie Needs is saying, question, we've booked more Explorer 2 for the first time next December. What do you think of the food service on board? When we were on Explorer 2, we had an excellent food. We had excellent service.
We haven't. So we can only speak from our experience, and all our Marella cruises, which is 7 or 8.
Yeah.
It's not.
Marella food
it's not spectacular. Don't be going on there expecting there's going to be like 5, fine dining, 7-star, whatever. But you go on there, and I always found the food to be really nice. Yeah. And the service is really nice. And they do it, all the Marella ships do it, where they have an Italian section in the main dining rooms.
And that's very good.
And that's very good as well. And that's included in your fare. And we've done the specialty dining on the Marella ships, Coraline and Surf and Turf. And I have to say, they're right out there with the best of them, in our humble opinion. But no, I think the food is good. Yeah. It's not spectacular.
Specialty dining on there is very good.
But spectacularly done. Yeah. The specialty dining is very good.
Yeah. Mandy's just saying that she's been on Explorer 2, food service and everything, all excellent. I'm sure you will love her. Yeah. So let's see if there's any more questions before we head off. KC's read the food challenge. We're on Sky on the 2nd of November. I'm taking up the challenge. You're motivating people, Paulie.
I can't believe it.
Oh,
and so that's one thing that you have to do. I'm going to, before we go, I'm going to ask you one other thing, and that is, I'm trying to get 1 million people to send me £1, and when I do, I'm going to write a book on how to become a millionaire.
No. Anyway.
I was going to cut you in, maybe. You're out now.
No, but do try something different, as Paul said.
Yeah,
and that'd be awesome. Yeah. So I think we'll.
But don't do it on the group cruise, because then it'd be like, look, and there'd be like a big food fight. Yeah, they're all throwing at me.
Try this, and it's rubbish.
Yeah, I get hit in the side of the face with a haddock.
So, is there anything else we wanted to bring up, Paulie? We've said about obviously our. Don't forget that if you haven't seen it already, our first episode of our new vlog series is out. So go and watch that now if you haven't watched that, and our next episode will be out tomorrow.
And don't forget, you've heard us talk about the Patreon cruise.
Yes.
You can only come on the Patreon cruise if you're a Patreon.
Yes.
So get on it. You speak to the people in the chat who are patrons. It's a fabulous place to be.
It is. We love it.
It is. I'm not fibbing to you.
Look, you've started something like that. A pound in the post to you now. Anyway.
So I love Nick. He's very easily led.
So we will be back with you next Thursday live. I'm hoping to get the Rome video out as well, and possibly on Tuesday if I can pull my finger out and get on it over the weekend. So thanks again for joining us. We've had a great time as always, and we will see you next week.
See you all. Should we have some more fireworks?
Will it do it? Bye.